Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I'm off for a swim because as you may or may not know, I'm going to be entering a competition in 3 weeks time and I'm already a week into my training. Now for this little bit of training I'm doing, this very small training cycle, I've decided to partner with a brand to help me get the most out of my training, which as you know I do alone. That brand is HoloSwim and they make a new wearable, a goggle that does just about everything you'll need to train on your own. Now they are currently on Kickstarter and you can pay just £89 to fund this product and get one of these goggles for what I think is just an absolute steal compared to other products on the market, which are way more expensive, and I have tried quite a few. Now the perks of HoloSwim versus other wearables is that you can see all the data you need while training, and no other model really does quite that. If you think about things like Apple Watches, you have to look at your watch while swimming and you're not going to be able to just see that data as you're going, what your stroke rate is, what your split time was, how far you've swum, and everything else that you might need. Even your heart rate if you pair this with a polar monitor. Now the goggles have 3 modes. They have a live metrics mode, which literally just gives you the data as you swim, and you can swim freely on that mode. There's also a goal mode where you may be able to set in how far you want to go, say 3K, and it will count you down towards that goal. And then there's the final mode, custom mode, the mode that I use, where you actually program a session into the app on your phone, which I normally do as I'm walking over to the pool, and then it will tell you where you are on that session while you're training. So if you're going 650s, it will tell you 650s and then give you the time for every 50 as you go. I think that's pretty damn handy. Another really cool feature about these goggles that I've not seen anywhere else is that you can link it with your phone, in my case an iPhone, and even your Apple Watch or a Garmin watch to do more things. One of those things is open water swimming, where it will give you GPS tracking while you swim in the sea, which is something I love to do here in Plymouth. Another more crazy feature is that if you are swimming, pool, sea, wherever, and you're within 50 meters of your phone and you get a phone call, it will actually start ringing through the heads-up display on the goggle so you can jump out if you're waiting on an important call. Now, a reason why this separates itself from the competitors is that it uses a resin-based augmented reality optical module, which has 50% light transmission for a really clear heads-up display, as well as a 25-degree field of view, so that you always have the information you need when you want it. As a coach, I really do enjoy the 5 different metrics it displays while you're swimming, because it takes the guesswork away from the session you're doing. If it's a hard session, you need to be hitting certain pace times, you know exactly if you're hitting them or if you're not, instead of waiting for your coach to tell you the times at the end of a repetition. While the goggles are on the bigger side aesthetically, they feature a lot of different things that make them super comfortable, leak-free, and a pleasure to wear for a long period of time. They also are anti-scratch proof with a special coating, as well as very, very, very fog resistant. On top of that, if they get funded enough on the Kickstarter, everyone who backs them will get a free pot of anti-fog spray, which you know I love, and I think it's a must-have for any competitive swimmer who struggles with fog. In terms of getting a perfect fit for these goggles, they come with 4 different nose bridge sizes. I personally use the large size and it separates the goggles perfectly to fit my eyes in a super ergonomical fit. Also, when you're buying an expensive goggle, when I say expensive, £89 is still more than your usual price, but nothing compared to competitors like Form. You want to make sure these last a long time, and they come with this awesome carry case that's going to keep them just safe in your bag if you're throwing your bag around on poolside and stuff like that. Now when it comes to actually going for a swim with these goggles, it's really up to you what you do with them. If you have a set in mind, or you want to just swim pretty relaxed and mix up what you do as you go, you can stick them in their free swimming mode. You'll get all the metrics you want, your stroke count, your split times, and it will tell you a breakdown of your session after you've done it on the app. If you want a little bit more structure, you can either do two things. You can go in the most structured mode on these, but you can choose whether or not you want to write a plan based on what you think you need to do as a swimmer, or maybe that your coach has set you, or you can pick one of the predetermined plans that is updated weekly within the app, designed by expert swimming coaches. I kind of like this option because as a swimming coach myself, I don't really want to be writing the sessions, and I would like someone just to make up their mind what I want to do for me. There's 10 tiers or levels of difficulty when it comes to the pre-programmed swim sessions. So I like to pick something between 7 and 8, not quite 9 and 10 because I'm not that fit at the moment, and then just basically go through the session on the fly with the goggles taking me through them. After the session, it's really cool because you can then sit and work through how the session went for you. So if you had a hard set of 100s, you can see what times you was hitting, see where you started fatigue, see how your stroke count and swolf scores were throughout a set of, say, 15 100s. Did your stroke counts go up higher? Was you working harder? And if you do have a polar heart rate sensor, you can even see your heart rate throughout the session. On top of that, if you and a bunch of friends get this goggle, you can see and compare sessions with them, see what times they were hitting, and they can do the same back and forth, giving a little bit of competition to your training sessions, even with friends all over the world. When it comes to using the goggles, it's a very simple procedure. There's two buttons on the top of the optic module which control absolutely everything there is to control. The first one is just a power button, which a little press of will get the logo, the Guangli logo, appear as they boot up. They boot up, well, they're booted up already in about 5 seconds, and the opening screen has the battery life. I'm nearly at full right now, a little swimming emoji, and the time, 12:12:31. It's a shame I didn't get 12:12:12, or even better, 11:11:11. One more press takes you to the landing screen, which has the 3 options you can select from. I'm gonna go for a free swim today, which I'll then select by holding this button, and it then will give me a 3, 2, 1, and the swim has started. It tells me how many meters I've done, the time, and if I wasn't any of the other modes, it will tell me the metrics that I need for my swim. When it comes to finishing a swim, I'll just hold this button one more time, and I'll get like a little line swip, and then that will be in pause mode. I can then resume my swim or stop my swim, again with a long press on the selected option. Once you've finished your swim, it saves all the data, and when you connect it to your phone at the end, it will give you every bit of information you'll need that you've already seen in real time as you were doing your swim. I think it's time for me to go and have a little swim with these goggles. So I finished my swim now, and honestly, I've been using these every session at the moment, and they are, you know, they are big. There's no two ways about it, but for what you're doing in training, you know, unless you're doing some dives or anything, they're spot on. They're comfortable when you get the right nose bridge, and you will have to play around with the nose bridge to get the right size. The information is just brilliant. Honestly, it's so handy having there, and it works like a little motivation point, and hopefully if you get enough friends on this goggle, on this app, it will turn into a little bit of a Strava where everyone's tracking each other's swims and communicating with each other via the app as well. The goggles, as I said, they don't leak, they don't fog. You can keep that display. The display is really clear. It's a really good display, and the best display I've ever had in a goggle, and I've tried multiple of these types of things as well, with the finish and the form. They're definitely worth checking out, and for the next, I think, 9 or 8 days, depending on when this video finally goes live, they have a Kickstarter early bird bonus. As I said, £89, or a little bit more if you want to get multiple pairs, you get a little bit more discount, or you can get them with earplugs and nose clips and all that sort of stuff for a tiny bit more as well. But check out the Kickstarter link, it's in the description. They are the HoloSwim 2 goggles. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like the look of the goggles. If you've tried any of these sort of wearables, let me know in the description. And as always, I'll see you on the next video. You know I can edit. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So, a little hold of that and you'll see the Guangli logo appear on the heads-up display. It will tell me the metrics that it will tell me the metrics that I need. Resin-based optical module. They have a resin-based augmented reality optical module. Resin-based augmented reality optical module. Good. Let's just go back a bit. Oh, good man, cool.